So, hello everyone. Cindy here with an Ashtanga practice today, short form Ashtanga. I'm here with my husband Bruce and my furry baby Teddy. So I'm going to take you through a short form practice. It's about 1 hour long, and if you want, you can grab 2 blocks, and you might need a blanket or a strap or something like a blanket or a strap, just to make some poses more accessible. So we're going to start with the invocation. Just sit nice and tall. Allow your tailbone to root down through the earth. You could bring your hands to your heart or rest your hands in your lap. It's really up to you. Take a deep breath in first. We're going to start with an Om. Exhale, release your breath. Inhale for the sound of Om. Vande Gurnam Charnarvinde Sandarshita Swatma Sukhavabode Nishrayase Jangalikayamane Samsara Hala Hala Mohashantyaye Abahu Purshakaram Shankachakrasi Darinam Sahasra Shirsam Shvetam Pranamami Patanjalim. Together we say Om again, big breath in. Om. Inhale, open your eyes, release your hands, and just come to the front of your mat. We're going to start in table pose today. And building Ujjayi right away, direct the breath in through the nose and out through the nose. Let the breath swirl around in the back of the throat. Feel the glottis slightly constrict, so you create that ocean-like victorious breath. Inhale as you gaze up. Exhale, tuck and round the spine. Inhale, head and heart lift, belly drop, shoulder blades drop together. Exhale, tuck and round the spine, gaze toward your navel, your belly button. And go for one more, just really activating the breath. Nice job. And curl and round. And then find a neutral table, curl your toes under, and make your way into downward facing dog. Now right away, feel the low belly draw in toward the spine. Feel Uddiyana Bandha. And then feel Mula Bandha, like you're squeezing your sit bones together, pelvic floor lifts in and up. Fingers spread wide apart. And then tuck your chin, feel Jalandhara Bandha. So when all these 3 bandhas are engaged, Jalandhara, Mula, and Uddiyana, we call it Mahabandha. It's the great yoga lock. You keep the energy inside. And then start to fuel the breath. This is going to be like your internal fire, this internal furnace. Inhale, come high up on your toes. Exhale, bend your knees. Step, hop, or float your feet to the front of the mat. Inhale, look halfway up. Exhale, fold forward all the way. Inhale, rise, stand, arms reach up to the sky or the ceiling. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Close your eyes and set an intention for your practice. So think about what brought you on your mat, what you hope to leave with today, what you hope to take with you. Beginning with sun salutation, letter A. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands to the front of the mat, step back, lower down halfway. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog. Exhale, curl the toes under, downward facing dog. Take 5 breaths once you arrive here. And really focus on rooting the feet, the groundedness of your feet, the inner arches, the outer heels. Spread the fingers, especially feel the space between the pointer and the thumb. So that part of your hand is really plugging in. When you get to your 5th breath, rise up on your toes. Gaze between your knees and step, hop, or float your feet to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms reach all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. And then alongside your hips. One more together. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, chaturanga. Plant your hands, step back. Lower down halfway or less. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, Adho Mukha. 5 breaths, downward facing dog. Pressing the weight more into your feet than into your hands. So we're trying to actually level out the weight between all 4 limbs, but our tendency is to put more weight in our hands and our feet. So just pay attention to the heels today, the arches of the feet. When you get to your 5th breath, inhale, rise to your tiptoes. Bend your knees, step, hop, or float your feet to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Arms reach all the way up to the sky. Exhale, hands to your heart and alongside your hips. Take 3 more at the measure and sound of your own breath. Inhales are rising action, and exhale are usually falling action. When you get to your down dog, you're going to stay for 5 breaths, and then just begin again. 2 more full rounds on your own. See if you can really focus on the breath. It's not about getting the posture in a perfect place. It's really about, what are you feeling today? Where is your attention going? And when the mind begins to wander, as it will, see if you can bring it back to the breath. Start to find a rhythm. It's 1 breath, 1 motion. Taking yourself all the way through that last round. When you finish, we'll meet in mountain pose, Tadasana. Nice. So once you arrive there, bring your feet together. You can stay facing this way. Bend your knees, coming to chair pose. Inhale, arms sweep up to the sky. Feel the inner thighs turn in toward each other and the tailbone root toward the earth. So your feet are almost all the way together. Your heels maybe have just a little sliver of space between them. Imagine that you have like a $100 bill in between your knees and you're trying not to let it go. And then really root your tailbone toward the earth. Beautiful. As you exhale, fold over your straight legs. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, and lower down right away, chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot steps forward right away. Back foot turns flat. Inhale, arms reach up to the sky for warrior 1. Exhale, plant your hands, step the right foot back, and lower down right away. Inhale through up dog. Exhale, down dog, left foot steps forward right away, right heel plants. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, plant your hands, step back and lower down. So it's 1 long exhale to the bottom, inhale to up dog, exhale to down dog. When you arrive in your down dog, take your 5 breaths. We'll go through, this is sun salutation letter V, so we'll go through it 1 more time, and then you'll have a few on your own. When you get to your 5th breath, rise to your toes, bend your knees, step or jump your feet up. Inhale halfway, listen carefully, exhale, fold, feet together, knees together, bend your knees. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, Samasthiti, stand tall, hands at your heart. Bend your knees, fingertips graze the earth. You start again, inhale, arms reach, exhale, you fold. Inhale, halfway up, exhale, chaturanga, step it back and lower down right away. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog, right foot steps, back heel flattens. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, plant your hands, lightly step it back and lower down. Inhale through up dog. Exhale, down dog, left foot forward, right heel plants. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, plant your hands, step back and lower down. When you get to your downward facing dog, you stay for 5 breaths. So sun salutation letter V, it begins and it ends in chair pose. Notice your breath coming in and out your nose. See if you can keep it nice and fluid. Think of of like a metronome, counting to 4 in and 4 out. When you arrive on your 5th breath, tip your toes, bend your knees, step, hop, or float, front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift right away. Exhale, fold forward, feet together, knees together. Bend your knees, get low. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, it ends in Samasthiti, and then you begin again in chair pose. Inhale, arms reach up. Take yourself through 3 more at your own pace. Inhale halfway and exhale chaturanga. So when you get to down dog, you step that right foot up right away for warrior 1. It's like seamless. There's no beginning, no end. Try to keep it as fluid as you can. It's going to help take your mind out of it. And stay as focused on your breath as you can. You have 2 more rounds from the front of the mat, remembering that it ends in chair and then it begins again in chair. It's going to feel like you're doing 2 chairs together. It's just the end of one sequence and the beginning of the next. Inhale halfway, bend your knees, arms reach, Samasthiti, and then bend your knees, let your fingertips touch down. See if you can stay that low. Inhale, arms reach up. Nice bridge. Exhale, fold. You have this round and 1 more full round on your own, guys. You're doing great. Be with it. Part of practice is our warm-ups. Make sure you're moving with your breath, not faster, not slower. Keep the breath even, going a little fast. Keep the breath even and steady. Steady, even breath, in and out through the nose. It's like 3 or 4 beats for inhales and 3 or 4 beats for exhales. Last full round on your own. Notice where your mind is going. See if you can bring yourself to the rhythm of your breath as you step back. That last vinyasa, step the foot back, lower down, chaturanga. And we're all going to meet at the front of the mat in a standing tadasana. Inhale, step or jump your feet hips width apart. Exhale, hands to hips. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Bind your peace fingers with your big toes. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold forward with your straight legs. So you're working the backs of the legs. You're trying to really work the hamstrings as straight as they can. You can bend the knees if you need to, but see if you can bring your chest as close to your thighs. And then use your elbows, your strong arms, to move out to the east and the west and really bring yourself, like you're drawing yourself closer in. Breathing deep. You have 3 more breaths here. When you get to that 3rd exhale, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release the bind. Slide your hands underneath your feet, toes to the wrist line. Hastasana, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward again. And then wiggle your toes. Give your wrists a little massage. All those chaturangas can kind of sometimes Make the wrists a little bit sore, so just kind of listen in to your body. Breathing deep, doing awesome. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release your hands to your hips. Inhale, rise all the way to standing. Exhale, samastitihi. Feet together, hands together. Front of the mat. Inhale, take a step out to the right with your right foot. Arms open wide. Right foot pivots out to the back of the mat. Left toes turn slightly in. Arms out to a T. Exhale, reach out with your right hand and then down for your ankle, shin, or toe, or maybe a block if you need it. So if you're doing the block, you're going to the pinky toe side of your foot, left arm up to the sky. And keep turning your heart up as you rotate your right butt cheek down toward the earth, tailbone toward the back heel. And then turning the heart even more. You're still breathing, full deep breaths. Utthita Trikonasana, triangle pose, is like one of the most foundational poses for the whole body. Exhale, look down. Inhale, rise up to a strong T, changing sides. Left toes point out, right toes in. Reach out with your left hand and down for your ankle or shin or a block. So if you're using a block or your hand is going to the foot, you're going to the outside edge, the pinky toe side. Right arm comes up to the sky. Look up to your right hand if it's okay on the neck. And then keep rolling that right shoulder back. It's awesome. Tailbone is going toward your right heel, the back heel, and then lengthen your left butt cheek down toward the floor. Stay for 2 more breaths. Exhale, look down. Inhale, rise up to a strong T, changing sides again. Right hand turns out, left hand in. Adjust your back foot. Inhale, left arm to the sky. Exhale, bring your left hand down to the floor or across your foot to that pinky toe side, right arm to the sky. So this is revolved triangle, Parivrtta Trikonasana. Gaze up if you can, and think like you're going to keep your hips as level as you can while rolling that upper arm, so it's shoulder over shoulder. Keep pushing back into that back heel. This is where you're anchoring from the back foot. Breathing, keep bringing that left hip as far back as you can in space. Doing great. Such a hard pose. Exhale, look down. Inhale, rise up to a strong T. Changing sides, both feet pivot to the left. Inhale, the right arm comes up. Exhale, bring your right hand down. Inside or outside that left foot. Now you might notice that one side is completely different than the other as far as range of motion. That's totally fine. We're all different on each side to side. So left arm comes up. You're rolling that left shoulder back. Keeping the hips as square as you can toward the earth, which means that you have to bring the right hip back and the left hip forward a little bit. Doing great. Keep breathing. Last one. Inhale, rise up to a strong T. Exhale, close the pose at the front of the mat, samastitihi. Inhale, take a step out to the right once again. Arms to a T, right toes pivot out, left toes in a little bit. Bending your right knee, bring your right forearm onto your thigh for extended side angle, left arm up and overhead. And then over your left ear, yeah. So if you're feeling this long line of energy, you're turning your heart open. You can open up this left hip a little bit. Keep rotating your heart up. If you have the space, you might take that right hand down to the pinky toe side of your foot or the inside of your ankle. So you go to the place that's right for your body. Exhale, look down. Inhale, rise up to a strong T, changing sides. Left toes turn out, right toes in. Bending the left knee, right forearm onto the left forearm onto the thigh, right arm overhead. And then your hand is turning toward the wall behind you. Yeah, it's like you're going to high five someone behind you. Feel the outside edge of that right foot carve the mat. Keep spinning the heart open toward the sky. Beautiful. Yeah, maybe the hand comes down, maybe it's on a block. Listen to your body. Take one more breath. Inhale, rising up. Parivrtta Konasana. Right knee bends. Left elbow hooks right thigh. Left elbow hooks right thigh, and palms pressed together at your heart center. So here you're thinking about this back foot. You could come onto the back toes, or you could try to keep the foot at a 45-degree angle and make the twist more from your thoracic part of your spine. Thoracic part of the spine is the rib cage area. Look up if you can. So Bruce has his right fist in his left palm. It's just going to help to kind of drive that twist a little bit more. Beautiful. Exhale, look down. Inhale, rise up to a strong T, changing sides. Bending the left knee, right elbow hooks, palms either pressed, or your upper hand makes a fist. That's your left hand in this case, and your right hand is like an open cup, and you bring your fist in the cup. So left fist might go into the right palm. Do it the other way. Keep twisting, keep breathing, keep rotating. Notice your breath. Beautiful. Exhale, look down. Inhale, rise up to a strong T. Exhale, close to pose from the mat, Samasthiti. Inhale, take a step out to the right again, a little bit wider this time. All 10 toes face forward, arms to a T. Look up, take a big breath. Exhale, fold forward. Hands come to the floor. Heel of the hand in line with the heel of the foot. So walk your hands back. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. And exhale, fold forward. Watch your, fire mice. So lift the arches of the feet, lift the tailbone, but let the head come down. Maybe your head touches the floor. Work the inner thighs, work the outer legs, and lift the arches of your feet. Lift the inner ankle off the ground. Doing amazing. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, hands to hips. Inhale, rise all the way up to standing. Exhale, root down through your feet. Inhale, arms out to a T. Exhale, hands back to your hips. Try to bring your hands around to the lower back a little bit more. Inhale, look up, draw the shoulder blades together, elbows together. Lead with your heart as you come forward from the waist. So you're folding from the waistline. Yes, slowly come forward. Let your head come forward. You're still drawing those elbows as close together as you can so you feel the squeeze between your shoulder blades. Like someone's got a chip clip right between the shoulder blades. Doing amazing. Stay with it. One more breath. Shake your head yes and no if you need to. Hands stay where they are this time. Inhale, rise all the way up to standing. Then open your arms out to a T. Exhale, interlace your palms behind your back. Inhale, look up, draw those shoulder blades together. Look up. Exhale, lead with your heart, fold forward. So just make sure that all 10 toes are still facing forward. Sometimes they spin out on us. It's totally normal. We want to really activate the feet and make sure that the knees are coming like over the toes. Maybe the hands can work toward the floor. Maybe they're an inch off your back. Does it really matter? It doesn't really matter. It's just about how it feels to you. On the exhale, root down through your feet. Inhale, rise all the way up to standing. Inhale, arms out to a T. Exhale, fold forward. Bind your peace fingers to your big toes this time. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Make sure that you're not using your thumb as a kickstand. Your thumb is wrapped around your toes. And let your head go. Tuck your chin. Notice how you can feel all three bandhas here. Mula bandha, the root lock. Uddiyana bandha, the low belly lock. And Jalandhara bandha, the chin lock. Nice. Last breath. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, release your hands to your hips. Inhale, rise all the way to standing. Arms to a T. Exhale, close the pose from the mat, Samastitihi. This time, inhale, take a step out to the right, a little shorter, like 3 feet wide, arms out to a T. Exhale, bring your hands behind you in reverse prayer or reach for opposite elbows. Inhale, pivot both feet to the right, like about 3 feet apart. Look up. And on the exhale, fold forward. Keep your spine really long. Keep the nape of your neck long. It's like you're reaching, reaching, reaching. You can look toward your toe or your shin. And then if you feel like you can keep the same articulation of your spine without rounding, come forward. You might chest bump your thigh. And as you do that, think right hip moving back in space, left hip moving forward in space. Still, your both heels are down. Still, the outside edges of your feet are firmly rooted through the mats. Keeping your hands as they are, inhale, rise up. Exhale, turn both feet to the left side. Wiggle the fingers up a little higher. Inhale, look up. And exhale, fold forward. So think about your body as in the shape of a pyramid. Your hips are the point of the pyramid. Your feet are the foundation, right? So the foundation, how you build a pyramid, is you have to have a strong foundation. Like you're building anything. Shaking's normal, trembling's normal. Take one more breath. Keep your hands as they are. Inhale, rise all the way to standing, arms out to a T. Shake it out. Exhale, close the pose, front of the mat, Samastitihi. So we're going to come to our standing balancing portion of class. So you might need a strap, or it might be helpful to come to the wall. Stay right where you are. Inhale, step or jump your feet hips width apart. Exhale, hands to your hips. Inhale, right hand reaches for your right knee as you draw the knee into your chest. So you could stay there, or you could reach your peace fingers for your big toe and extend the legs straight out in front of you. Now as you do that, draw the right arm into the socket. So the arm is pulling back, gaze past the tip of your nose, and then stand as tall as you can. Nice. Letter B, let the leg move out to the side, gaze over your left shoulder. Strong standing leg, really nice. See if you can challenge yourself for 2 more breaths. Last one. On the exhale, bring it back through your center. Reach for the foot with both hands. The knee is also an option. Both hands. Letter C, bow nose to knee. 1 breath. Nose to knee. Inhale, come on up. Hands to hips. Keep the leg out. Letter D, hands on your hips. Hands on your hips. Extend the leg out. Firmly root. Yep. Flint your foot like you're pressing on the gas pedal of your car, your accelerator of your car. Lift it a little bit higher if you can. Long spine a little bit higher. Nice last breath. Exhale, release, and shake it out. I know that's hard, you guys. Utthita Hasta, Palusthasana, letter A, other side. Hands on your hips. Inhale, left hand reaches for left knee, draw it into your chest first. So you could totally stay right here with your hand on your knee, or you could reach around for your big toe with your peace fingers, and then inhale the legs straight out. Knees off the tip of your nose. So it helps to have the right hand on your hip as a foundation. Breathing deep and slow. On the exhale, open it out to the left, gaze over your right shoulder, Parsvadrishti. Smile at the camera. Take 3 more breaths. I know it's hard, this is hard, but really rooting down through that right foot, it helps. Inhale, come back through center for letter C. Both hands reach for the foot or knee with both hands. Bow nose to knee, 1 breath. Inhale, come on up, hands to hips. Extend the leg out for letter D. So you could raise your arms up if you feel secure here, but it's more rooted and grounded to keep your hands on your hips. Flint your foot, take 2 more breaths. Lift up through your shoulders, draw the shoulder blades together, lengthen the spine. Awesome. Exhale, release. Shake it out. Come to the front of the mat if you're at a wall. Come to the front of the mat. We're going Ardha Baddha Padmottanasana, so our half-bound lotus pose. Inhale with both hands, reach for your right foot, take it across your left hip. Exhale, if you have the space, right hand's going to reach behind you for maybe a wrist, or maybe a toe, or maybe a strap. So you can totally wrap a strap around your foot as well. If you have the bind, you can fold forward. If the bind is not there, just stay standing. It's totally fine. Deep breaths in, deep breaths out. Another option would be gentleman's pose. You could cross your ankle over your thigh and sit down into your chair, 1-leg chair. Inhale, come on back up, hands to your hips, extend the legs straight out for a second, and then release it and shake it out. We're going other side with both hands, reach for your left foot, take it across your right hip. If you can, take your left hand around your back for the top of the foot. If you got the bind, awesome. If it's not there, you reach for a wrist. If you don't have the bind, you're staying upright. If you have your foot, so I think I can get it on this side. If you have your foot, then you fold forward. Inhale halfway, and then exhale, fold it again. Doing great. 1 more breath. Exhale, release your hands to your hips. Extend the leg out on the inhale. Exhale, release both feet down. Shake it out, come to the front of the mat. Inhale, arms reach. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Lower halfway or less. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Step or jump your feet to the front of the mat. Coming into Utkatasana, chair pose right away. Feet together, knees together, bend your knees. Inhale, arms reach. So we're going to hold this for 5 breaths. Notice how the inner thighs turn toward each other. Notice how the tailbone is lengthening. Low belly's hugging in. Looks so good. Your arms are straight like arrows coming from your heart. Now take one more breath. We're going to go halfway forward, Ardha Utkatasana. Make your back like a table. Hands can swim behind your back. Let your back be like a table level to the earth. And then rest your chest right on your thighs. We're going drinking bird. Come onto your tippy toes. Work your legs as straight as you can and try to touch your chest. Chest bump your thighs. Let your head go. It's like there's a little drinking fountain there and you're taking a little drink. Or like a bird bath. Doing great. Awesome. One more breath. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, Adho Mukha. Right foot steps forward, right away, Warrior 1. Back heel down. Inhale, arms reach. So Warrior 1, your right knee is going to be tracking right over your ankle. And if it kept going, it would go right through your second toe. Maybe your fourth toe. Breathe. Low belly's hugging in. Think bandhas, think breath, think drishti. Where's your gaze? Where's your focus? See if you can stay one more breath, keeping your arms up. Inhale, straighten the right leg. Exhale, pivot both feet to the back of the mat and bend the left knee. Your gaze stays up toward your hands. Or straight up forward, that's fine too. Power up your back leg. You have 2 more breaths. You're doing amazing. This is like the last of the standing, you guys. On the exhale, Warrior 2, arms come out to a T. Adjust your feet so left heel reaches right through the center of the right foot. So this is an open pelvis pose, which means your pelvis is pointing to the side of your mat. Even though your arms are reaching north and south, your pelvis is facing east to the right. And then see if you can think like fingertip to fingertip, creating space. You can turn the palms up or down, draw those shoulder blades behind you. You have 1 more breath. Keep your arms out. Inhale, straighten the left leg, change sides. Right heel bisects left arch this time. So imagine that you're leaning back against a wall. So, such a nice adjustment. Low belly hugging in. So beautiful. Last 2 breaths. Exhale, windmill the hands down to the floor. Take a vinyasa all the way through to downward facing dog. Big breath in, big breath out. Inhale, tippy toes. Bend your knees, step hop or float to seated. Coming all the way through for Dandasana. Extend the legs straight out in front of you. Plant your hands right alongside your hips. Flex your toes toward you. So this posture can often feel like nothing's happening, but everything's happening. Your legs are on. You're turning your legs on. Lift your kneecaps up. Tuck your chin. Roll your shoulders back. Your hands are firmly planted, which means if the shoulders come up too high, you can take your hands a little further back behind you. Doing great. Suck the low belly in. Inhale, arms reach up to the sky. Paschimottanasana, letter A. Exhale, reach your peace fingers for your big toes. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Fan those elbows out to the side. This is the same pose you did when you were in that standing forward fold. It's just you're in a different plane now. Allow the breath to still be full and rich. You can hear Ujjayi now. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, letter B. Place your thumbs at the base of your big toe mound and your fingers wrap around the pinky side of your foot. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Press your thumbs into the big toe mound. And then pull the pinkies like you're holding a book in your hands and you're drawing the book closed a little bit. So the pinkies come more toward you. Yeah, those elbows are fanning out. Looks so good. Now some of you might stay here if you have the space to go further. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, reach around for a wrist Or you could also place a block in between your feet and your hands. So that's also an option. Place a block outside your feet and then reach for the block. It creates a nice long line of energy from the tailbone all the way through the top of the head. You're making like a circuit, and then all the way through the bottoms of the legs to the feet. You think about like you're creating a circuit every time you breathe. Doing so awesome. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release any binds. Plant your hands behind you about 6 inches. Inhale, Purvottanasana, legs straight or legs bent if you need it. Arch your back, it's reverse plank. Stay for 5, 4, use those arms. 3, 2, and 1. Lower down all the way. Take your half vinyasa. So you come into boat pose. Crisscross your ankles. Plant your hands, top of the mat. Step back, jump back. Come through up dog. Downward facing dog, just one breath. Exhale, step or jump all the way through to seated for Janu Shirshasana. Right away, the left leg goes long and the right sole of the foot comes into your inner thigh like a tree. You can also try to take the heel to its opposite groin. Inhale, arms reach up to the sky. Exhale, fold over your nice long leg. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. There's a little twist here, so twisting underneath your left armpit, the side of the long leg, might give you like a nice little extra power in this pose. What do you think, Ted? Teddy thinks so too. Breathing deep. So option in these seated poses to take a vinyasa in between if you want a little more, it's not necessary. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, either a vinyasa, half vinyasa through, or you could just change sides, that's totally fine too. So if you took a half vinyasa, step or jump all the way through to seated. This time the left leg goes long, right foot goes into the inner left thigh. Inhale, and arms reach, and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, take your twist. So I like to cross my wrists and take the twist. You do it your way. And then look underneath your right armpit and breathe. Maybe it feels good to be seated. Once the mind starts to wander, draw it back in, you guys. Don't let it wander. Nice. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, release. Inhale, half vinyasa for everyone. Crisscross, plant your hands. You got it. Make your way to down dog, one breath. Step, hop, or float through to seated for Marichyasana. Extend the legs straight out in front of you first. Hug your right knee into your chest. Plant the foot into the floor. Make sure there's like a fist of space between your thigh and your foot. So we're going to go letter A first. Take the right hand and reach inside your right leg. Right hand inside the right leg and around the right thigh or shin. Yeah. Exhale, reach the left hand around your back and see if you can go for the bind. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold forward. Flex your left toes toward you. Think long spine, not round spine, but long spine. Keep the nape of the neck long, like you're looking at your knee or your shin. And you're breathing. And you're doing amazing. This posture is healing for the whole body. Yoga Chikitsa, yoga therapy. Inhale, come on up, either half vinyasa or you just change sides, totally fine. Hug the left knee into your chest. Take your left arm straight out in front of you. You might reach for the left or the right foot first to get long. You can reach the left hand for the right foot. And then reach your left hand around your shin, that just gives you length. Right hand comes behind your back, reaching for the bind. And if you don't have a bind, you can always use a strap. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Nice long neck, looking toward your knee, looking toward your shin. Notice where you feel it. Beautiful. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, release all binds. Extend the legs straight out. Inhale, half vinyasa, arms reach up. You know, crisscross. You guys know where to go. Plant your hands, step it back. Come on, up through up dog and down dog. All the way through to seated once more. Marichyasana, letter C. Extend the legs out first. Hug the right knee into your chest. This time plant your right hand behind your hip. Right hand behind your hip. Inhale, left arm up to the sky. Exhale, hook your left elbow outside the thigh. Or you could hug the knee into your chest if you like that better. And then flex your left toes toward you. Gaze over your right shoulder. Find the twist from the belly, from the low belly. So that both sit bones are still on the earth, firmly, equally. Doing great. Inhale, turn back through center. Exhale, release. Changing sides, draw the left knee into your chest. Plant your left hand behind you, 6 inches into the earth. Inhale, right arm to the sky. Exhale, hook the elbow or wrap your arm around your leg, hugging it in. Flex your right toes toward you. Yeah, looks good, doesn't it? Breathe. Deep breaths. Teddy legs yoga too now. Coming to sort of the climax of class now. Inhale, turn back through center, release both feet out. Inhale, half vinyasa. Make your way through to downward facing dog. Take one breath when you get to down dog. And then step all the way through to seated for Navasana, boat pose. Step or jump all the way through. Inhale, arms and legs reach up. You could bind your peace fingers to your toes if you need a little more support, or reach for the backs of your knees. You could also do that. Really important to have a long spine here. Full breath in and out. And I'm going to show you 3 different variations for counter pose. So first variation is reverse table. Bring your feet down, plant your hands behind you. Inhale, bump your hips up, let your head fall back. Powerful arms, powerful legs, powerful breath. Nice. Exhale, come on back down. Boat pose, round 2. Arms and legs reach up and out. Taking 5 breaths here. Remember, you can always hold on to the backs of the legs if you need more support or if you have any low back issues. It's helpful. Second counter pose is a bump up. Crisscross your ankles. Draw your knees in really close to your chest. And then plant your hands alongside your hips and lift your bottoms off the ground. Nice job. Come all the way back down. Inhale, boat pose. Arms and legs reach up and out. Okay, so here's the third counter pose. Take your last 3 breaths. Crisscross the ankles. Roll forward. Handstand. Just try to kick up. So even if you can't do a handstand quite yet, just try. You can kick one leg up. You can just take a little bunny hop. Maybe your feet touch the ceiling and you can hang there. Nice. Step or jump all the way through when you're done. Seated. We'll go round 4, give you a couple more rounds to play. So arms and legs reach up and out, boat pose. Find your breath. Doing great. Now you pick either reverse table, bump up, or handstand. You totally pick. It doesn't matter. Either one, any of those 3 are valid counter poses. We're just keeping Teddy out of the line of fire here, right, Ted? Yeah. Nice. One more time. Arms and legs reach up and out. That was weird. Get ready. Pick your poison. You got it. This is the climax of class. This is probably the hardest part of class. So doing you do you. If you're in reverse table, take that big breath. If you're bumping up, just feel that strength. If you're jumping up, feel that strength. What is that? Step or jump all the way through to seated. When you're done. Nice. Bring the soles of your feet together. Baddha Konasana. You can wrap your hands around your feet, or you can slide your hands underneath your ankles and around your feet. This is really nice and restorative. So inhale, nice long spine. Yeah, Bruce is putting a block between his feet. You could also put a block under your feet or on top of your feet. And then come all the way forward. Let your head go. Release your neck, shoulders. Soften into your jaw. Inhale, as you come up, bind your peace fingers to your big toes. We're going to go Upavishta Konasana. Now for this, you might want them to play a little bit. So if you want to slide to the front of the mat, it can be really helpful. Make sure there's nothing behind you. Inhale, bind your peace fingers to your big toes, and then take your legs up and out like a V. So it's kind of like you're going, ta-da, like you just totally rocked your gymnastics pose, you know, and you just dismounted, and you're like, ta-da, look at me, I am awesome. Now take a big breath in. As you exhale, you're going to roll back and try to touch your toes behind you. Keep the bind of your legs. Take a big breath, and as you come up with a hup, come up to Upavishta Konasana. It helps to like lift your heart. Find that ta-da. Exhale, go back, wee, going on the way back, wee. Exhale, hup, hup, hup. We'll try one more time. One more time. Nice job. Maybe the third time's a charm for you. Maybe the fourth time. Hup. Then just drop it down to a wide leg forward fold. Both heels down onto the floor. And walk your arms out. Take some deep breaths. Let it be restorative. Deep breaths in, deep breaths out. Notice where your mind is gone. See if you can allow yourself to follow the breath. Inhale as you rise up. Exhale, close your feet at the front of the mat. Come all the way down onto your backs. You might want to have your blocks nearby. All the way down onto your backs. Bend your knees, walk your feet up toward your hips, coming into bridge pose. So first, keep your hips down first. Robot your arms, bring your elbows close to your body. Imagine that you're holding a ball between your hands. Press down through your feet, root your tailbone toward the earth, puff your chest. Use your legs to lift your bottoms off the ground. Go up like 70%. You don't have to go like 100% here. When we go like 100%, we can sometimes really jack up our low back. You can interlace the palms behind you, underneath you, if you want. Or you could take it more restorative. Take another breath. So we have 3 back bends, and you guys get to choose for the next 2 which ones you want. But for this one, just think someone's got their hand on the back of your heart, and they're guiding it toward the back of the space. As you exhale, release your hands, come all the way back down onto your backs. Knock your knees together. Take your feet as wide as your mat. So your feet go wide and your knees come together. And we're just giving the low back a little rest. Now, for round 2, you could play with Urdhva Dhanurasana if you want, and you can use 2 blocks for this. So plant your feet like you're coming into the same bridge pose again, just about hips width apart. Bring your feet a little closer together. And then bring your hands alongside your ears. The fingers are going to face, fingers are going to face your feet, so you can slide your fingers right under your shoulders. Take a breath. As you come up to the top of the head first, and then draw the elbows together, then push yourself off the ground. It could be helpful to put each hand on a block. Breathe deeply wherever you are. So if you're in bridge, that's totally fine. If you're in Urdhva, it's also totally fine. Nice. Exhale, tuck your chin, come all the way down, feet go wide, knees together. Now it can feel really good to windshield wiper the knees side to side here, so you can just go to the right, the left. If you have somebody to help you out here, someone can just stand here. I'm going to show you guys how you can do this. You're going to hold onto their ankles. You're going to push down. It's not going to hurt them. Your ankles can take a lot. Okay, and then he's going to push down, come to the top of his head. I'm gonna draw his elbows together, and then he's gonna push off, right into my ankle. So it's not hurting me. He's pushing down really hard, it's not hurting. Breathe, deep, it's okay. Heart goes to the back of the space, so his heart is coming toward me. Nice, exhale, tuck your chin, come all the way down. Knees wide, or feet wide and knees together. Doing awesome, you guys, that was so good. So you can also take 2 blocks and place them against a wall and put your head in the middle and each hand on a block. That's also another opportunity. Hug your knees into your chest. Start to rock a little forward and back. Forward and back, come all the way up to seated, extend the legs straight out in front of you. Paschimottanasana, second round. Inhale, arms reach up. You can take A, B, or C, you decide. Peace fingers for big toes, hands can wrap around feet. You can take a block outside your feet, or you could just be like a wet towel and make it yin, and just extend your arms out, let your head fall. Maybe the arms can go, yeah, just like straight, and release, and you're still breathing, right? So coming to these finishing postures, just notice your breath. Often we see the end and we want to get there, we want to be in Shavasana. But allow yourself to be in the moment. It's sort of the challenge that we have right now, is that we're in this moment right now. It's the biggest challenge because we don't know what's ahead. We know what's behind us, but we can't do anything about what's behind us. We only know about this moment that we're in right now. Inhale as you slowly rise. Exhale, come all the way down onto your backs, preparing for shoulder stand. So you might need to slide forward on your mat depending on what kind of floor you're on. Once you lay all the way down, take your feet straight up overhead. Exhale, touch your toes behind you into plow. Then bring your hands into your low back. Work your elbows as close together as you can get them. And if you can, slide your hands down your back. Even if you have a shirt on, move the shirt out of the way and put your hands on your own flesh. Slide the skin up toward your tailbone, toward your tush. And then inhale the legs straight up overhead. So you're really working your body so that your head is like at a right angle to your body. The nape of your neck is long. Do not turn your head right or left. Do not look at the camera. Stay where you are. This is for the safety of your neck. You could spread your toes. You could do whatever you want with your feet. If you feel like you have lotus pose in your practice, you could take lotus pose right here, crossing right ankle to left hip and left ankle to right hip, or the other way around first, whichever way you can get it. And then we're going to come into Karnapadasana. If your legs are straight, you're just going to, we're going to come into plow pose. Knees to your temples. Karnapadasana. If you're still in lotus, you can stay there. Bring your hands into the mat. Straight back behind you. Those are your breaks. Lower all the way down onto your backs. Coming into fish pose, our last back bend. So set your hands underneath your tailbone, underneath your hips. Come up like you're watching TV. And then arch your back and let the top of the head come down. If the top of the head doesn't touch, slide your hands more toward your feet underneath your tush. So you're going to support your hips. Yep. Legs are straight. Legs are straight. If you have it in your practice, Uttanappadasana. If you're on the top of your head, your arms and legs can go 45 degrees. It's not necessary, it's just another place you can go. Inhale, lift your head, neck and shoulders off the ground. Exhale, come on down. Hug your knees into your chest. Both knees into your chest. Rock all the way up, back and forth, up to seated. And so we're going to come to our 3 lotuses before we finish today. Oops. Yeah. We're coming to our 3 lotuses before we finish today. So if you have the ability to cross your ankles over your thighs, go for it. And just bring the backs of your hands to your knees. Sit nice and tall. Breath in and out. If you have the space, crisscross your arms behind you and reach for your toes, or just interlace your palms behind you and fold forward. You can reach your opposite elbows. And then inhale as you come up, we're going to play with 108 Vastrika breaths. So you could use blocks for this. You don't have to come off the ground. You can still breathe. Vastrika breaths is just really quick in and out, in and out. You're going to feel the belly kind of snap forward and back. If you have the ability to lift your hips up, you can lift your hips up. And it's just... in through the nose, out through the nose. Doing great, you're at 30. Halfway there, you guys, stay with it. You're at 80, stay with it. Last 18 to go. Nice, come all the way down. Walk your hands out in front of you, come onto your knees, lift your head and heart, stick your tongue out. Then sit back. Do that 2 more times, lion's breath. One more, this is it. Nice, take your last vinyasa all the way through to Shavasana. Come to the front of the mat. Last vinyasa. If you want a headstand before you come into Shavasana, you are totally welcome to have it. And then step or jump all the way through to lying down on your backs. Once you're on your backs, puff up your chest, draw your shoulder blades together, palms can turn open, let your feet just kind of flop out to the sides. Take a deep breath in through your nose, exhale, blow it out your mouth. Do that 2 more times in through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Last one. And then take your final rest. Nothing left to do. you feel like you need more time in this pose, please feel free to stay where you are. When you're ready, begin to wiggle the fingers and the toes, the wrists and the ankles. Turn your head gently side to side. Inhale, stretch your arms straight up overhead. Nice big long stretch. As you exhale, hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a great big squeeze. Take a moment of gratitude for your amazing body. When you're ready, roll onto your right side. Come into a fetal posture. Make your right arm nice and long and lay right on your upper arm with your, like it's a pillow. When you're ready, using that left arm to prop you up, come all the way up to seated. Inhale, circle your arms straight up to the sky. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Bow your chin to your own amazing light. Inhale as you lift your head and heart, acknowledging that same light in each other and in all being. We close with one final Om. Take a deep breath in. Namaste. Does he say namaste? He says, I don't want to say namaste. Thank you so much for joining me and Bruce and Teddy today. I hope you guys had a great practice, and yeah, I look forward to bringing you more. So look forward to some yin coming up, and who knows, some other healing practices coming your way. Love you.